You are watching Channel Adrian TV.
Yo, YouTube, what up? Welcome back to Channel Adrian TV, and y'all know me as Adrian. But before we get into today's video, y'all know what y'all need to do. Subscribe to the channel, like and comment on the videos. Also follow me on Rumble where I post, and also follow the Room 1031 podcast I do with Maurice. And if you have anything you want me to react to, a question about your life, anything, just hit me up on one of my social media platforms. They'll be pinned in the description. And y'all, welcome to another after workout motivation video. Now, I'm still going to do these, but I'll shorten it down to just once a week. As you see on this channel, I'm starting to put different types of form of content because I want y'all to know I do more than working out. I have a lot of interest because I'm pretty much into everything, as I've always told y'all. So I'm going to start showing it more. Now, in this video, I wanted to talk about something I was thinking during my workout is being in a rut, or just being in a space where you feel like you're not growing, you're trying, and for whatever reason, you can't break through. So I'm going to give you a few tips to where, let's say, even if you are in a rut, these tips are going to help you to be able to continue to keep on going with the grind until that breakthrough happens, or at least make a decision to change with something you're not doing right so you can get out of that rut and have your breakthrough. First, number one is it's okay to feel like you're in a rut. It's okay to feel that you may have hit a wall and you're not growing. The reason I say it's okay is because this is something everyone goes through. Take for my YouTube, for example. There are times where I thought it was a great video and it didn't connect as well as I wanted, or I'm not getting the views that I want. So recognizing that problem is a good thing. So when you recognize a problem, you can understand it so you could try to fix the problem. Now, if you haven't been doing your plan for a long time, it may not even be a rut. For example, like I've only been posting full video content for only 14 days straight, not even a month. So even if I feel in a rut, it's still way too early. So the same thing can apply to you with weight loss, not moving up in that job, in that company for that position that you want. It's gonna take time. And I know we all want to get things fast. Like I wish I could have 1 million subscribers by tomorrow and have 200K on each video, but it doesn't work like that. Just because it hasn't happened yet, you may not be in a rut, but let's just say you've been doing it for 4 or 5 months. If it's working out or YouTube or any type of goal and it hasn't worked out yet, okay, then maybe you may be in a rut and you may need to reevaluate things, but only then that's when you do it. So don't get so down on yourself so early on. Like I said, it's still early and you still need things to play out. Point number 2 is you're going to have to reset your vision or reframe your mindset, because a lot of times when we start goals, our mindset is so focused on the why, we don't care about the hows. And I've always said this, if your why is stronger than your how, you'll figure out a way to do it. You'll figure out to roll with the punches. You'll figure out how to deal with the rut you're in. But it doesn't matter because you understand it's worth it at the end of the tunnel. It's worth it when you hit that goal. This is why mindset is so important. And that's a big reason why I think most people believe they're in a rut. It's because it hasn't happened fast enough. So their mindset changes. It changes from their why, and then it goes to how come. In other words, how come this isn't happening? How come so-and-so is getting this? How come she's getting that? So you need to reset your mind and focus on your why. That's going to motivate you to work through these things, especially if you are in a rut. Point number 3. Small wins matter. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I wish I could have 1 million subscribers by tomorrow. I wish I could have 200 views on the video tomorrow, 200K views on the video tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. You have to stack your small wins. And on the vlog I did yesterday talking about delaying gratification, that's why a lot of people don't see those wins. They're not stacking those small wins. Think about the snowball effect. The snow starts at the beginning, top of the hill. Once it starts to go down, it gets bigger, it gets bigger, it gets bigger. It's literally the same thing here. You have to stack up those small wins, and the small wins means you're going in the right direction. That's what people overlook. For example, me posting 14 days in a row, those are small wins, and it's going to snowball into something bigger. But those small wins, you're not going to see big results fast. You're going to see those big results down the long end when you've been doing it for 5 months, a year and a half, 2 months. Those are really when you're going to see those small wins stack up, because that consistency that you build. And plus, progress is still progress. Think about a sport. Remember Michael Jordan got cut. you're not going to be the best when you start out. A lot of times you're going to be at the very bottom or probably the sorriest, but you just have to roll with the punches and take those small wins. And the point of tracking those small wins is to give you more confidence, because competence comes from confidence. And the only way you're going to get that is if you keep working and trying and stacking these small wins, just like me with YouTube, working out, diet, and anything else in life. So you have to keep that mindset. Point number 4, let's say you are really in a bad rut, or you may not be so much in a rut, you may not feel good. Change your scenery, go to a different gym. You know what? Go somewhere to where it's go to the beach and work out instead, or go to the library and read and study. Change your environment to kind of refresh things, because I do know doing the same thing over and over again, it can feel like people suck. For example, majority of my time when I'm not working my main job, I'm in this office, but since it doesn't bother me, I'm okay. But to some people, being in this office all day can get to you. It could be too much for you. So you might need to get out and go to a study room in a library to get work done, or go to a beach or do something a little bit more pleasing, or just changing the scenery so you feel refreshed. And that could be with routines too, because let's say you're going to bed late, which forces you to kind of work out right before you go to work, so you're not feeling the best. You may be tired and groggy, so you may need to reset your schedule, and that deals with making changes. So it just depends on what you're going through, and I know a lot of times it either comes from your scheduling and habits, which all pretty much deals with time management. Point number 5 is you need to be honest with yourself, brutally honest. Are you putting in the work? For example, on this channel, I've only been posting full video content for 14 days straight. That's nothing. You have famous YouTubers who post a video every single day for a year straight, 2 years straight, and you get where I'm saying. So you need to be honest, especially with the people who are excelling in your area or your field. Are you doing that same type of work? Because if you are, especially if you're starting where I am, you need to outwork them. So you have to really think, are you putting in the work? Are you always doing something productive that's contributing to your success, whether that's the diet, your business, your career, anything? Like I said, a lot of times on this channel, this world is competitive. And if you're not honest with yourself when it comes to these certain goals, you're never going to get them, or you're going to stay in that rut because you're not working hard enough. And number 6, even though this is a workout video, but let's say you don't work out. This is why I think everybody should work out, especially early in the morning if you can. And the reason I like working out early before I start my day is, it wakes my body up and it makes me focus to hit these goals throughout my day, or, to go into work. In other words, working out early in the morning, it makes you focus and it makes you feel good about yourself, because we all know that first 20 or 30 minutes you may not feel like working out, but after those first 20 or 30 minutes go by, you're in a good mood, you get a good workout, you get a good breakfast in, then you're ready to tackle your day. And there's a saying that goes, if the body feels strong, your mind will follow. And point number 7 is understand there's going to be growing pains, because like I said, you may not even be in a rut. You're just in that growing pain. Now, depending on what field and what you're trying to do, that growing pain could be 2 months, 4 months, 6 months, or even a year. But as long as you, like I said, you stack those small wins, keep track of those small wins to keep you elevated so you don't feel down on yourself. Or more importantly, what you could do is, once you stack a certain amount of wins in a row, treat yourself. For example, let's just say if I post a video every day for 6 months, okay, I'll treat myself to a game or something. Something along those lines. Something to understand that this growth process is going to take time. So with that time taken, if you hit all those goals and benchmarks, you should reward yourself. And you don't need to shake your whole entire life. You don't need to you don't need to change everything that you're doing. What you need to do is just change one small thing. Like I said, you could change your routine. Go work out early in the morning, which I think is best because the gym isn't as crowded and you go get your work done. Or on your off day, if you don't feel like recording a video every single day, on that first off day, you record all those videos straight. You see what I'm going? You have to maybe just try to change one little thing. Your whole life doesn't need a complete overhaul. And to end the video, I appreciate all the support. It's going to make it 15 days in a row. So if you're watching this on your way to the gym or after the gym, getting ready to go on with your day, men and women, stay focused. Understand you may feel like you're in a rut, but if you keep working hard and stacking those small wins, you will get out of that rut and have that breakthrough. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and get in the gym.